The House will come to order. The invocation today will be given by the Honorable Joseph Aragona, State Representative from the 60th District. Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise? Representative.
Thank you, Speaker Tate. Please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, we know you are a perfect God, and we know we are a fallible people. We know we deserve your justice. However, the book of Ephesians says that God, who is rich in mercy, out of great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead through our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved. Lord, we thank you for your mercy. God, you have called us here to this chamber as a decision-making body. We see that the book of James states, if any of you lack wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Lord, we ask for your wisdom. Lord, as leaders of the state of Michigan, we ask for your guidance. The book of Micah states, and what does the Lord require of you? But to ask justly, to act justly, to love mercifully, and to walk humbly with your God. We implore you to help us live that out today. In your most holy name we pray, Lord. Amen.
Thank you. The clerk will open the board for the purpose of taking attendance. The board is now open. Members may check in at their desks.
If I could have the members' attention for the purposes of a special introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Steele.
Thank you. Clerk? I don't even know how to address you. Thank you. Good afternoon, colleagues. I would like to make special attention to 23 students, 7 adults, from Lake Orion Community Schools in the East Wing, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're from Carpenter Elementary. So if you could just welcome them, I would really appreciate it.
Would Representative Steele's special guests please rise and welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. If I could have the members' attention for the purposes of an announcement, the chair recognizes the Democratic Caucus Chair, Representative O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. To my Democratic colleagues, we will have caucus meeting in our caucus room on the left. Democratic colleagues, caucus meeting in our caucus room here on the left.
Democratic members, the caucus has been called. I can have the members' attention for purposes of an introduction. The chair recognizes Representative Green.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to recognize individuals from LeCure Elementary in Clio, 29 students, 13 adults, and this will be the last time coming to the Capitol that they will be LeCure. They will be combined into a new school district. So great to have them here today.
Would Representative Green's special guest please rise? And welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. For the purpose of introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Schuette.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I have today in the South Gallery two guests, Aaron Patrice and Tess DeGainer from the Breaking Bread Village. They fantastic organization based in the city of Midland. They came down for a series of meetings and discussions and a tour of the Capitol. Grateful for your work in our community and grateful that you could come and visit Lansing today.
Would Representative Schuette's special guest please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. If I could have the members' attention for purposes of introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Weiss.
Good afternoon. Mr. Clerk, joining us today, we have 33 students and 17 adults from Huntington Woods in the West Gallery from Burton Elementary School.
Would Representative Weiss' special guest please rise? And welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. If I could have members' attention for purpose of introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Conlon.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I would like to introduce a guest in the South Gallery, Grant Howe, a friend of mine from Livingston County.
Would Representative Conlon and special guests please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move to excuse absent members.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce today's attendance.
Madam Speaker, a quorum of the House is present. There are no members absent who require excuse. Will
members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise and join me now in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Madam Speaker, I move to see the order of third reading of bills and take up calendar item number 6, House Bill 4250.
Without objection, so ordered. A reminder to members to please remain on the floor for the duration of third reading. The clerk will read.
Calendar number 6, House Bill 4250, was read for a third time in a previous session and passed for the day. And Madam Speaker, we received a floor substitute H5 from Representative Colazar, identified as Amendment number 1.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. On third reading, amendments require support. Is there support? All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. There is support. The amendment is adopted. We have to open the board. There is support. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is adopted. Are there further amendments? There being no further amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the The clerk will close the board in the nick of time. Clerk will tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, the question of final passage of House Bill 4250, there are 68 aye votes and 39 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor, please rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Continuing order of third reading bills, we'll take up calendar item number 7, House Bill 4251.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 7, House Bill 4251, introduced by Representative Carter. A bill to amend the Michigan Vehicle Code. People, State of Michigan, enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There are amendments. The clerk will read.
Representative Tyrone Carter offers a floor substitute H4 identified as amendment number 1.
On third reading, amendments require support. Is there support? All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. There is support. The question for the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is adopted. Are there further amendments? There being no further amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desk. The board will be closing shortly. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Speaker, the question of final passage of House Bill 4251. There are 66 aye votes and 41 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor, please rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Continuing order of third reading bills, we'll take up calendar number 8, House Bill 4252, and place it on its immediate passage.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 8, House Bill 4252, introduced by Representative Mueller. A bill to amend the Michigan Vehicle Code. People, State of Michigan, enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4252, there are 68 aye votes, 39 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
For immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor, please rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing the order of third reading of bills, move to table calendar item number 9, House Bill 4201, and place it on its immediate passage.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 9, House Bill 4201, introduced by Representative Grant, a bill to amend the Michigan Liquor Control Code of 1998. People, State of Michigan, enact.
Without objection, the bill be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There are no amendments. Members, we have a colleague wishing to address the body. Please give her your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Grant.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to speak in support of my bill, House Bill 4201, which would eliminate the sunset provision that would prohibit restaurants and bars from selling cocktails to go starting January 1st, 2026. Eliminating this sunset would allow restaurants to sell cocktails to go in perpetuity. The change to allow cocktails to go was designed to help restaurants and bars utilize as much of their quality product as possible, even if their dining rooms were closed or limited. This has proven to be a necessary tool for local businesses and has helped residents experience the quality craft of their local distillers from home. It has become the norm in many communities in Michigan, including mine, even as the pandemic has faded. Initially, cocktails to go included a sunset meant to end in 2024, which was later extended to 2026. Instead of extending the sunset yet another time, I believe we should eliminate the sunset and secure this as an ongoing tool for our businesses. Simply put, my bill ensures restaurants and bars are given a variety of tools to serve their community and also provides their customers with options. Allowing this sunset provision to remain would remove a resource that would have helped to keep the industry afloat for nearly 6 years by the time the sunset takes place. It is my hope that this body continues to take swift action and support our restaurants and bars in communities across Michigan. I urge a yes vote.
The question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4201, there are 102 aye votes, 5 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
I move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor, please rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to see the order of motion of resolutions and take up House Resolution 9-2.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-2, introduced by Representative Whitwer, a resolution to declare May 2023 as Drug Court Awareness Month in the state of Michigan.
Members, we're going to have a few speeches for resolutions, so please give your colleagues your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Whitwer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to declare the month of May as Drug Court Awareness Month. In 1992, the first drug treatment court was established right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan by Judge William Schmay. Eaton County, which is my district, was the second county in the state to introduce a drug treatment court. Judge Harvey Hoffman of Eaton County introduced the first DWI court in the state and only the second to exist in the nation. Treatment courts are the cornerstone of justice reform sweeping the nation and are now recognized as the most successful justice system intervention in our nation's history. Nearly 4,000 treatment courts nationwide, including Michigan's 208 treatment courts, have restored the lives and families of more than 1.5 million individuals. Outcomes have shown significant improvements to substance use disorder treatment, substantially reduced addiction and related crime, and do so at less expense than any other criminal justice strategy, with a savings of an average of $6,000 for every individual they serve. Treatment courts improve education, employment, housing, and financial stability, promote family reunification, reduce foster care placements, increase the rate of addicted mothers delivering babies who are fully drug-free, and demonstrate that when one person rises out of substance abuse and crime, we all rise. Treatment courts facilitate community-wide partnerships, bringing together judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys, substance abuse treatment and rehabilitation professionals, law enforcement and community supervision personnel, researchers and educators, national and community leaders, and others dedicated to drug courts and similar types of treatment programs are healing families and communities across the country. I welcome my colleagues' support for this resolution to commemorate May as Drug Court Awareness Month. This resolution will be available for co-sponsorship on the electric calendar.
The question before the House is the adoption of House Resolution 92. All those in favor of the resolution will say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Representative Whitwer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also want to take the time to acknowledge someone that's very important to me and my family and to my district and the state and country, and he is in the South Gallery. Judge Harvey Hoffman is here with us today, and colleagues from I want to thank them for their immense help and tireless work making today possible.
The guests of Representative Whitwer, please rise. Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing the motion resolution, move to take up House Resolution 9-3.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-3, introduced by Representative Mueller, a resolution to declare May 2023 as Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move to pass for the day.
Without objection, so ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing the order of motion resolutions, move to take up House Resolution 9-4.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-4, introduced by Representative Scott, a resolution to declare May 2nd, 2023 as Negro Leagues Baseball Day in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Scott.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to speak in support of my resolution to name May 2nd, 2023 Negro Leaguers Baseball Day in the state of Michigan.
Members, please give your colleague your attention. If you have to have a conversation, please take it off the floor. Speaker recognizes Representative Scott.
Thank you. My resolution is to honor outstanding Black athletes who have played the game and excelled in the face of extremely challenging circumstances. For decades, despite terrible prejudice and discrimination, Black athletes pursued excellence in the sport of baseball. They created a league where Black men could play the game and Black communities could come together. Their outstanding performance inspired audiences facing racism, discrimination, and prejudice. When white supremacy defined so much of American life, the Negro League showed that white supremacy could not define them. In the spirit of honoring these brave and trailblazing athletes, I want to bring attention to a few Michiganders who were Negro League baseball players. Cecil Kaiser, Melvin Duncan, George Wilson, Walter Owens, John W. Patterson, Willie Powell, and Johnny Walker. Minnie Forbes, who is the only surviving owner of a Negro League team, lives in Grand Rapids. I especially want to give special acknowledgement to my uncle Ron Teasley, who played for the New York Cubans. He is the oldest surviving player from Michigan. My Uncle Ron continues to this day to support youth development through education, sports, and scholarships. He will be a part of the Cultural Arts Mentorship Program, which is a Juneteenth event. He will also collaborate with Courageous Games to hold the Ron Teasley Baseball Classic July 15th and 16th at Wayne State University, his alma mater. His foundation, the Ron and Marie Teasley Foundation, awards scholarships to Detroit high school seniors who are heading to college. For my fellow Tiger fans, in July, the Detroit Tigers are celebrating all Negro League players with the 100th anniversary of Turkey Stearns' debut with the Detroit Stars. Even though Stearns was born in Tennessee, he lived most of his life in Michigan, and his family still resides here and continues to honor his legacy. Let us all keep in mind that when these athletes were shut out of the majors, they still found a way to play the game, and they played it well. Their influence was exceptional. Their legacy is a part of what makes the fabric of America strong. And today, the Detroit Tigers are honoring the Negro Leaguers Day during the game against the New York Mets. The Negro League Family Alliance members will be in attendance at today's game. And my young cousin, Cameron Davenport, who's a 10th grader at UD High, will be throwing out the first pitch. So as you can see, we have many Negro League players to honor who had Michigan roots. The spirit of the league remains alive and vibrant here in Michigan. Another key significant to Negro Leaguers Baseball Days that I want to mention is highlighting Hamtramck Stadium, where the Detroit Stars and several iterations of Detroit Negro League teams played there from 1930 to 1937. After years of the stadium's decline, the nonprofit organization, Friends of Historic Hamtramck Stadium Group, brought their mission of restoring this monumental piece of history to life. Today, it stands as a transformed stadium used as a flourishing community recreational resource, bringing new life to the stadium, but also honoring the history of the Negro League baseball in Hamtramck and in Detroit. As my Uncle Ron was an exceptional player at this very stadium, it has a special place in my heart. With that being said, I'm also pleased to announce that this project is responsible for reconstructing Hamtramck Stadium will be honored with a Governor's Award for Historic Preservation this very week. Without the Negro League, the Major League wouldn't be what it is today. In fact, America would not be what the country it is today. So I invite you to honor Black American baseball players who excelled in the sport, who thrived in the face of discrimination, and who helped make our state and country so great. Thank you.
The question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 94. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing on the order of motion resolution, move to take up House Resolution 9-5.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-5, introduced by Representative Young. A resolution to declare May 2023 as Foster Care Awareness Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move to pass for the day.
Without objection, so ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing on the order of motion resolutions, move to take up House Resolution 9-6.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-6, introduced by Representative Hood. A resolution to declare May 2023 as Bike Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Hood.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm happy to stand today on behalf of a resolution to declare the month of May as Bike Month in the state of Michigan. Having been established in 1956 by the League of American Bicyclists, National Bike Month has educated many Americans on the benefits of bicycling and has even gotten a few to pick up the hobby. The goal of Bike Month is to help promote healthy, active lifestyles while also providing families with an alternative style of transportation. As a result, communities across the United States have come together to participate in bicycle-related activities. If they're riding for fitness, fun, or traveling to work, Americans are participating in a movement that will help make streets safer, promote a cleaner form of travel, and make families happier and healthier. Bicycling has proven to be a great form of exercise that has the potential of improving a person's mental and physical health. It's also shown to be a great outdoor activity for families to connect and be active together. I'm sure that many in this room can remember being taught by a loved one how to ride a bike for the first time, and several of us have also taught our own kids how to ride their bikes. This month, let's help bicyclists and motor vehicle drivers to coexist on the roads. By reminding drivers of the possibility of a bicyclist sharing the road, they'll not only remember to look twice before merging or turning, but they'll also know the laws around right-of-ways with bicyclists. A friendly reminder that state law requires drivers to give bicyclists 3 feet of clearance while passing, and some local communities extend that to 5 feet. With 3 officially designated cross-state U.S. bicycle routes spanning 1,000 miles, hundreds of bicycle shops, dozens of bike clubs, and bicycle-related industries, Michigan has shown arguably to be the state for bicyclists. This is also a month to give back to our environment. And Michigan is well known around the world for its beautiful freshwater coastlines, rolling sand dunes, and thousands of miles of lush trails that are best enjoyed by bike, minus those rolling sand dunes, all of which are amazing areas for bikes. Many Michiganders have lived here their whole life without having seen all of the bike trails that their state has to offer, and I encourage all of you to get out there and enjoy it as we reach the summer months. As a state, we must come together to encourage others in our communities to make the decision to ride a bike rather than a less eco-friendly alternative. And it's a great honor and a privilege, and with great appreciation, that we take this time to join other states across the nation that have taken this step to promote this healthy form of transportation. Thank you.
The question before the House is the adoption of House Resolution 96. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing on the order of motion resolution, move to take up House Resolution 9-7.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-7, introduced by Representative Rogers. A resolution to declare May 2023 as Michigan Moves Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Rogers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I rise in support of my House Resolution 97 entitled Michigan Moves Month. This special month is designated to celebrate, promote, and encourage every Michigander to be more physically active and benefit from the mental and physical rewards of moving our bodies. More and more people in Michigan, including many of us, are working sedentary jobs and spending fewer hours being physically active daily. According to the 2023 County Health Rankings data furnished by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, 35% of residents in Michigan are obese, while 85% of us actually have access to exercise opportunities. We know physical activity is an essential public health intervention that can help prevent the development of negative health outcomes and strengthen our societal health and well-being. As the weather finally begins to warm into spring and summer, and we know it's around the corner despite of today's weather, May is the month to celebrate the outdoors and to get moving. This resolution is supported and promoted by a number of health and fitness organizations, and I would like to welcome you all in please joining me in supporting this resolution and getting out of our seats more often as we celebrate Michigan Moves Month for our mental and physical health.
The question before the House is the adoption of House Resolution 97. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Representative Rogers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would also like to give a shout out to representatives from the American Physical Therapy Association of Michigan who are joining us today in the South Gallery.
Will the guests of Representative Rogers please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Continuing the order of motion and resolutions, move to take up House Resolution 9-8.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution number 9-8, introduced by Representative Vanderwall, a resolution to declare May 2023 as Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Vanderwall.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in favor of my resolution recognizing May 2023 as Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. Michigan is home of over 500,000 people with motorcycle endorsed operator licenses and a home of 187,000 registered motorcycles. As an avid motorcyclist, my wife and I love to explore our great state on our bike. We know firsthand how important motorcycle safety is. It's not only about the proper skill and education for one operating the motorcycle, but it demands proper education for everyone on the road, including those in cars and trucks. Motorcycle accidents result in a disproportionate number of fatalities compared to cars, which is why I advocate so strongly for safety measures on the road. It takes a team effort to keep our roads and highways safe, which is why we want to say thank you to all our state troopers, local police, and sheriffs, and all of you safe drivers out there. Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month encourages motorcycle operators to don proper riding attire, abide by the laws of the road, practice safe riding techniques. It also encourages car and truck drivers to be extra vigilant and watchful when passing or approaching a motorcycle on a highway. As winter is slowly turning into spring, which we are recognizing this week, here in Michigan, I want to wish everyone a safe and fun riding season and urge my colleagues to support this resolution. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 98. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move to see the order of second reading of bills and take up calendar item number 35, Senate Bill 147.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar number 35, House Senate Bill 147, a bill to amend the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act. People of the State of Michigan enact.
The bill will be considered read for a second time by its title. Are there amendments? There are amendments. The clerk will read.
The Committee on Judiciary, Representative Breen Chair, recommends the adoption of Substitute H1.
The question for the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is adopted. Are there further amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Representative Wenzel offers one amendment identified as Amendment Number 1A.
The question before the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted. Are there further amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Representative Johnson offers one amendment identified as Amendment 1B.
The question before the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted. Are there further amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Representative Green offers one amendment identified as Amendment 1C.
The question before the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted. Are there further amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Representative Regas offers a floor substitute H3 identified as Amendment Number 2.
The question before the House is the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted. Are there further amendments? There being no further amendments, the question before the House is advancing the bill to the order of third reading. Hearing no objection, the bill is on third reading. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Continue the order of second reading bills. We'll take up calendar item number 36, House Bill 4084.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 36, House Bill 4084, introduced by Representative Shannon, a bill to amend the State Essential Services Assessment Act. People of the State of Michigan, enact.
The bill will be considered read for a second time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is advancing the bill to the order of third reading. Hearing no objection, the bill is on third reading. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
I move the House please to order motions and resolutions.
Without objection, so ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
I move that committees be given leave to meet during the balance of today's session.
Without objection, so ordered. Committees are given leave to meet. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just let the members know there will be no further voting when the House adjourns to stand adjourned until Wednesday, May 3rd at 1:30 p.m.
Without objection, so ordered. The House will stand at ease at the call of the chair.